And welcome back to the WHHI Daily News. Heather Rath has joined us once again for her policy and government update.
Yes.
And we're going to start at the federal level with Senator Graham.
Yes, one of my favorite senators to work with. He and his team are just absolute professionals. He brought in a lot of money to the state through the appropriations process, which was really good. And you know what we all need to remember about the appropriations process is that that money is allocated. So it really is important that our state legislature or our state, at the federal level, go out and grab it. And so he went and grabbed about $1 million for Beaufort Jasper Water Sewer Authority, which is really important considering that, Congresswoman Mason, Tim Scott do not put in any dollars in this process.
And so are you saying that if he doesn't go grab it, that we could just lose it?
Yeah, we lose it.
Yeah.
Well, we lose it to somebody else that is going to use their weight to try and,
okay.
Yeah, because these are dollars that are already appropriated. So once they come down, it's in my opinion, our legislators' responsibility to try and grab that for us. And so, again, congratulations to Senator Graham. I've worked with him before, and he's amazing to work with in this process.
He's an Energizer bunny.
He is.
He's just like,
he is.
Isn't he?
It's so funny.
He's just amazing.
Yeah, everybody's talking about his next steps, and I'm like, no, Senator Graham's going to literally be in that seat forever because he loves it.
Like Thurman, Strom Thurman.
Right, exactly. Very similar.
All right,
cut from the same cloth, those two.
Let's jump to the state update.
Sure. So I'm exhausted. We're 8 weeks left in this marathon of a sprint. The legislators are probably refreshed after a really relatively easy budget week. They came to an understanding on about $13.9 million worth of spending, give or take, here and there. Teacher pay raises, salaries, that was in there. Police support, and then, of course, the Department of Health being split. DHEC being
is it going to be split?
Into the Department of Health and then the Department of Environmental Sciences.
Okay.
And Edward Zimmer, who's actually from Beaufort, he is the head of DHEC, and he's kind of leading the way and leading this transition with the senators. So that's been a really, really important play this upcoming year. And again, we're still trying to work on tort reform for our restaurants, and then there's some short-term rental stuff happening. So lots of happening at the State House. Watch everything for the next 8 weeks.
Very good.
And then we have filing that ends on April 1st. For the primary seats in June.
Okay, and that's a Monday, April 1st.
Yeah, they kick it. It's always, so according to the legislature, it's the 16th through the 30th, and then if it falls on a weekend, it kicks to the following business day.
Okay, good.
A little wonky, but
Okay, locally, do you want to touch the whole Daufuskie Ferry situation?
Wow. I don't know. Do we want to talk about the Daufuskie? Wow.
I know. It's very scary.
I don't know. I haven't really dug in. I don't know where the Coast Guard is in this entire process, but there's a lot happening with ADA accessibility, with ramps, with boats being up to code. It's affecting a very small percentage of Beaufort County residents, which is probably why it's not getting a whole lot of attention from our elected officials, but the whole thing is very, very interesting. And, listen, they have great leadership at the county, so I'm excited to see how they manage them.
We've got to get it resolved.
They have to get this resolved.
Absolutely.
And I'm more interested in the Coast Guard question of, and I truly don't know, what is their involvement at this point?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where have they been during this whole?
Yeah, and I'm assuming that they've been interjecting in this because you're dealing with boat adequacy, you're dealing with ramps, you're dealing with ADA, you're dealing with safety and life.
People's lives, yes.
It's interesting.
Okay, we've got about 30 seconds left. What do you want to touch on?
Let's talk about Loco, right?
Yeah.
Joe Passamit, Chairman Passamit, a couple of weeks ago did his 30-year vision for the Beaufort County area. In that, he covered a lot with Jasper Ocean Terminal, which is near and dear to my heart. He also covered the potential planning for a second bridge to Hilton Head, and whether or not that would then lead to a bridge to Daufuskie. These are my words, not his. So that, those are kind of some things we want to look at. And then here on the town level, we are passing budget amendments to make sure that we have money slated for parking, attendance at beach parks, for our home repair program, and then also for housing.
Okay. You have been a busy lady, my dear. Thanks, Heather. Always a great update. And coming up after the break, we were at the Hilton Head Christian Academy's rehearsal for Music Man that happens this weekend at Seahawk Cultural Center. Don't go away.